Y'all ready for your next comic? All right, this is a local legend. This guy's been doing comedy forever. Good friend of mine. He was, during the pandemic, actually, this guy hosted an open mic in his garage. So all of us comedians could continue to make fun of one another. So please give it up for one of the best, one of my friends, William Wheeler, please.
Yo, 505 Spirits, are we still alive? Yeah. Oh no, I want more than this. 505 Spirits, how the fuck are we doing? Still alive? Yes! Yes! Oh man, what a journey we've been on so far, right? Man. We started with G.I. Joe. You know, you didn't say you were in the National Guard, yeah? You did. I was totally listening for the entirety of his set. Thank you for your service, Phil. You're awesome. And then followed up by Megan. Megan did great. You know, I love Megan. I told Megan, well, really, she told me that I wasn't gonna make fun of her. Just the mere mention of that conversation is not me making fun of her at all. It's I really like you, Megan. I don't know if we're friends yet, but like I like you. Yeah. Me and Megan have known each other for like 37 years, and we're better than acquaintances now, you know? And then I love, like, she was like, I don't like sex, and then Allie right up, she was like, sex joke, pa, fuck your feelings. Yeah. And Cameron, you know, Cameron gave me like brought up a core memory of mine. Remember? Maybe, well, not of mine. Like he mentioned, like people sorting condoms. Remember the golden age of people eating Tide Pods? Man, you know, I think I'd rather eat a Tide Pod because at least there's a chance of being dead instead of looking stupid. You know, in case the condom gets stuck up there, you don't want to go to the hospital with a condom in your nose. Like I would rather go to the hospital for being dead than a condom in my nose, because like I'm vain. Okay. I have a toxic level of vanity in me. All right. And now here we are with William Wheeler. What's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen? Man, you know, all of that's happened so far. Outside here at 505 Spirits, doing stand-up comedy, this is what it feels like to chew 5 gum, okay? This is what it feels like to chew 5 gum. Especially Alex Benton bringing up all of my COVID-19 war crimes. Oh yeah, I was having gatherings of more than 3 people. I am all about it. I used to be in a submarine in the Navy, so you're welcome for my service. You know, I'm very comfortable with being close with people, even if they're sick. Fuck it, we're all gonna die one day. Yeah. You know, after I got out of the Navy, speaking of death, I actually used to work in a funeral home. Yeah, like this is real. And so, if you guys don't laugh at me tonight, just remember I used to work in a funeral home. This won't be the first time people don't laugh at my jokes. I make friends everywhere I go. Oh man, I have a roommate. It's another comic, and her name's Carla. And when she initially moved in, I had to go into her room for something, and Carla had a little brown box on her dresser. I picked it up. I was like, "Hey Carla, what's this little brown box?" And like, this is a real story. This isn't like me writing down things trying to get a ha-ha. No, this was a real life moment that I had. I picked up, I was like, Carla, what's this little brown box? And she was like, oh, that's my dead mom in Ashbourne, you know? And I was like, without missing a beat, and this is how you know you're really good friends with someone. Without missing a beat, I was like, hey, look, Carla, your mom's having a seizure. Oh, is it too dark? Hold on. Hey, Carla, your mom's having a seizure. Do you see me shaking my hand? Yeah, okay. And we became the best of friends that day. You know, again, I was on a submarine. I didn't see sunlight for 2 months at a time. I am comfortable with having these weird-ass conversations. The human experience is crazy, you know? Stream of consciousness. Whatever. Anyway. Oh, man. You know, you might ask me, like, William, what was it like being on a submarine? What kind of people live on a submarine? Oh, we'll get to the dead billionaires in a second. But what was it like being on a U.S. Navy submarine fighting for our freedom? All amendments and rights that we hold dear or don't. Some of us, we just flaunt oh, look at me. I have 55 amendments. I don't know how many amendments there are. I don't know how many rights I have, but I know I use most of them. On submarines, on U.S. Navy submarines, these are the type of people on U.S. Navy submarines. You have these type of friends that are your brothers in arms asking you questions like this. William, would you suck a dick for $1 billion? And this is after being on watch for 6 hours looking for Russians that aren't there, And I'm like, without missing a beat. Well, I missed a couple beats because we're trying to get the watch to go finish faster. I was like, man, if you've only known what I've done for a Klondike bar. A lot more. And I don't just mean butt stuff. I mean yard work. I've done a lot of yard work for a box of Klondike bars. Fucking sucking the dick is nothing. You want to do yard work in New Mexico in July? Fucking pull up a truck of Klondike bars, Fucking whatever. Sometimes people just do crazy shit because we're bored, Sometimes, did I always dress like I was part of the Backstreet Boys? No. No. I'm just bored, You just get bored sometimes. You go to art class to model naked in front of people because you want to see how easy it is to make $50, Sometimes you run a comedy open mic out of your garage. You're playing the long game to fake one of your friend's death to a mutual friend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it's fucked. It's a classic goof. It's a good one. And I'm gonna tell you right now what happened. So our buddy, I won't say his name. We'll just call him Evan. I'm about to throw a lot of contradicting adjectives at all of you, okay? This is what he was at the time. Probably still is, minus his age. He was a 36-year-old gay virgin Mormon. Oh, that's from my point of view. He was a 36-year-old gay virgin Mormon, okay? It's a lot of contradicting adjectives, I know. And one of the other comics, is big in the scene right now, was #1 on his fuck list, okay? And Evan goes off to North Carolina for a month. And then we're like, wouldn't it be funny? Crazy. We're all just stuck here and, surrounded by COVID-19 death, Wouldn't it be funny if we pretended we faked your death to Evan? And he is like, bet, let's do it. So we planned this for like a month. And then I was the one that actually picked him up from the airport. I was like, hey, Evan, how's it going? He gets in the car and this is how it goes, I was like, hey, Evan, how you doing? Did you have a good trip? Oh, what'd you do? You did that? It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Oh, man, some heavy shit happened. I don't know if you want me to tell you now or later tonight at the garage. And he's like, well, super innocent, He doesn't know what's going to happen. I'm about to hit him with an RKO, from out of nowhere. And he's like, well, you can tell me now. I'm like, man, I don't know. There's no easy way to say this, man, but Tyler died, and I got my water. I just had to start drinking right away because I was going to start laughing, okay? A classic goof, faking a death. You start laughing, And then he's like, I've never heard a human being audibly gasp before. He's like, and he's like, how did it happen? And at the time, Tyler did a lot of cocaine, like a lot. So it was plausible, it was very plausible he could have overdosed on cocaine. So I told him, hey man, well, Tyler was doing some cocaine and, it was just laced with some fentanyl and he OD'd. And he's like, man, I kept telling him to stop doing that stuff. Wow, that makes sense why he didn't respond to any of my text messages the last 3 days. I told you, we're getting very elaborate with this death. We're telling people to not respond to Evan at all. So Evan shows up to the garage. I'm dressed up in a 3-piece suit, from my mortician days. And then everyone else is dressed up. we got Evan to the back. We sneak Tyler into the front, hide him in the closet, and then we bring Evan back in, and we're like, Evan, what were some of your, how'd you meet Tyler? What were some of your favorite memories of Tyler? And he starts pouring out his heart to us, like a good human, I wonder what it's like to be one of those once in a while, And then he tells us how he meets him, and then from the time I dropped him off to the time he showed up to the garage in like a 3-hour span, he wrote a eulogy for Tyler. This heartfelt eulogy for Tyler. And he starts reading it, and I'm like, oh, is this what it's like to have feelings and emotions? This kind of feels good, even though it's a bad one. But it's a weird feeling, And then halfway through his eulogy, Tyler pops out of the closet. He's like, oh, I can't breathe in there. And then Evan's like, what the fuck is happening right now? Yeah. And Evan told us that like 30 minutes after I dropped him off at his apartment, he was in the middle of the drive-thru at McDonald's, and that's when it hit him. He's like, wow, he really is gone. The fact of the matter was, Tyler was not gone. But you know who is gone? Those rich-ass billionaires that are on that submarine, And I can say these things because I'm an asshole, And I was on a submarine. That's the real reason I know the experience of submarine life in like a comfortable government-funded submarine. I know the comfortability of a submarine. Did you see the type of submarine these rich? Don't feel bad for them. If you do feel bad for them, don't.
They signed away.
Yeah, they paid $250,000. They literally signed their life away, Fucking crazy. Why? I signed away 5 years of my life. Why would you pay $250,000 for an uncomfortable experience? Not just for like the death part, that's whatever, We're all gonna get there one day, some of us sooner than others. But they were like cramped up like sardines, with a video game controller. With no video games. What the fuck kind of logic is that, You could have just sent a fucking water drone down there and got the same experience. Can't even jerk off proper. It's nuts. Trust me. When you don't see the sun for 2 months straight and you're only around dudes, you become a porn aficionado. Megan, I've watched a lot of porn. A lot. I've literally jerked off. I'm a right-handed person. I've literally jerked off so much with this one, I physically couldn't do it anymore. And I had to switch to my left. I was forced into ambidextrousness. Ambidextrity? I'm not a doctor, okay? I don't know words. All right. But I was forced to use both hands because, sometimes you don't just do it for the pleasure. Yeah, it feels nice. That's why people do it, Megan. It feels nice. Sometimes you do it because you have to, just to deal with the anger and frustration of being alive around a bunch of dudes that just hate you, and you're looking for the Russians or the Chinese or just whoever they tell you that's out there, Top Gun shit, but underwater, Hopefully we have a movie. Oh, fuck, what am I talking about? We do have movies. We've got Down Periscope, U-571, Das Boot. Das Boot is a fucking crazy submarine movie. Has anyone seen that movie? A couple movies?
Nope.
It's about a World War II German submarine crew. And it's kind of weird, when you grow up living life and you're told, and you don't even believe it because you're told, you feel like you have these opinions and you made these choices and these are the heroes you're gonna root for. And then you watch a movie like Das Boot, they're like, what? You're like, wow, these people are doing the same life shit we are, just in different confines. And then you start rooting for the enemy, or like the enemy. But they're the enemy, but they're your friends now because you've been watching them for 30 minutes now. Halfway. Well, what's the actual math? Maybe a third. You know a couple of German words, so you're like, man, we're like this now. Well, we've been friends for like 45 minutes at this point. I want you to beat the United States now. And then by the end of the movie, spoiler alert, it's been out for like 50, 60 years. So I'm gonna tell you the ending. There's like certain movies where if you haven't watched them by like a certain point, like just expect a spoiler. You should have watched it by now. Like if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame, spoiler, a lot of people disappear, okay? Yeah. Just like those billionaires did. Those billionaires disappeared. Spoiler alert. Boom, call back. Okay. Das Boot. They all die at the fucking end of the movie, and it's like, fuck that. They died for about $42 in 1945 years. What? Fuck, that didn't make sense. God, you know what? This is kind of, sometimes you try some new stuff, doesn't always work out. The funny stuff and the shitty things all come from the same place, okay? Anyway. Wow, that was the longest comedy tangent I've ever fucking gone on. Wow, that was crazy. Where's my man Alex? Hey Alex, I still got time, yeah? Sure, yes, no, what? All right, you said sure, I'm gonna keep going. All right. You shouldn't give me time, Alex. All right, good. What else do I look like? I know I look like Jesus. Yeah. I don't know if you can see my long hair. When I have my hair down, I look like Jesus, especially with this beard. When I'm in Russia, then I look like Rasputin. Okay. It's like Russian Jesus. Same ideas, same words in a different language. Fucking, we're all going through the same thing. We're all trying to live a nice life. I also look like the guy that just, when this ponytail gets loose, when this ponytail gets looser, I'm very conscious that I look more and more like a soldier from 1776, okay? Hold on, let me take one of the bands out, because they didn't, style and profile like it was. See, the looser that this gets, more and more I look like I care about taxation without representation, okay? The looser this gets, I have really strong opinions about tea, okay? Don't even get me started on tea. I'm an American, I'll fucking throw that shit in the water. Splash! I got a couple people I went to history class. I like that. A couple people know about the Boston Tea Party. I always think about, when my brain just focuses on these type of things. Do you think the area where the tea was thrown into in the Boston Harbor, do you think that area of the water tasted really good? Yeah. I can only imagine a couple of poor people in the area, Bostonians, that are like, this blue tastes so green. That's dumb. That was dumb. I get a lot of people asking me, I'll end on this because I got a little bit of time left. I get a lot of people asking me where I went on deployment in the Navy. I went to Cyprus, David Garcia, Bahrain, and Israel. Fucking loved Israel. Israel was fucking dope. I'd go back there in a heartbeat. It was a fun place. The food was great. The history was amazing. And this was a pleasant surprise. Everyone, and I mean everyone, looked like a supermodel. I'm not gay, but I was looking at the dudes, I'm like, fuck, I got my work cut out for me. Fucking, if you're a professional fuckboy like I am, you gotta know the competition, It's like, oh, trust me, you know how many pants I've lied into at the Satellite Coffee Shop across the street right here? A lot. I've lied a lot. I don't have emotions. Anyway, what was I talking about? Israel. Yeah. Everyone over there looks like a supermodel. Everyone. And, I mean everyone. Everyone looked really good. And if I had the confidence then that I do now, I'd be married to an Israeli. And you bet your ass I'd be doing God's work. I'd be making all kinds of Jews. All kinds. I'm not being facetious. I would make a lot of them, I'd be making a lot. Hold on, I'm getting my notebook. I thought I was gonna dive more into this, but I didn't. I don't like how that one ended. Y'all were too quiet for that. I was shitting on him. No, I really do like him. You know what? We're gonna end on this because because Alex is staring at me. He's just propped up like he's standing watch or something. Anyone go to Pride? The parade? A few people? Nice. I did. Was anyone actually in the parade, like walking behind the horses and shit? A couple people? No? I did. I was in the parade. You don't have to answer. I can see your faces. I can see who was there. I was in the parade, and in the parade, I saw a rainbow-colored turd on the sidewalk. That's right. You heard me right. I saw a rainbow-colored turd on the sidewalk. I looked down real closely and I saw this rainbow-colored turd and I immediately thought, this is the gayest shit I've ever seen. And I just kept on walking. We were in a parade. You don't stop when you're in a parade, even if there's shit on the ground, you know? Anyway, Alex is creeping up here. That's been my time. My name's William Wheeler. Give it up for yourselves for being a great audience. Give it up for all the comics that have gone before me. Give it up for me. Give it up for the other two comics after me. Thanks so much.
Yeah. All right. Next comic coming to the stage.